starting the band on faith. You know, they didn't know what it was going to be like. They didn't know if he was going to be working for just 3 years when everybody else they would be competing against had probably been playing 4 or 5 years. But I want to say a word to them, and this I think is the best time before we can start the program. So in no sudden order, whatever order they lined up in over here, I just want to tell them what I think of it, and you get to be the audience to listen in. But this is a good group. They've given us a lot. I've never had a senior class that has been this talented. I may have to say that again next year because we've got an outstanding junior class. I've never had this many graduate out there, and I don't know how we're going to replace them all. Starting in at this end, Charlie Anderson came to us about midway through the first year of our band program. And Charlie was an outstanding beginning next year. And this year he did something that may never be done again in Jessica history. Charlie was selected as all district in football and band both. And nobody else is going to do that for a while. I don't know when it will happen. But we're going to get started next year. Dwayne Race moved here from Texas, and he came from a different type band and a different type program. He's a good trad drummer, and we've had Dwayne's always fun on our trips. He always keeps the party alive, whatever we do. Never have to worry about, are we going to have any fun if Dwayne's along. And I appreciate him, and he's been an asset to us in every way. He's certainly helped us, and we're going to miss him next year out of the drum section. Danny has been my friend for a long time at church, but he didn't get in the band until about midway through the first year. He didn't start at the beginning, and he started on trumpet, and we did all right playing his beginning band material on trumpet. Then we had tuba problems. We lost one tuba, and then only had one left. And I asked Danny to help us out in the tuba section. He agreed, knowing that he would probably, by switching again, he would have to start that way. He would probably never be able to compete with the other tubas that we have to go to these competitions to compete. But he was willing to do that for the tuba band. He said, I'll be somebody that at least be there. I'll help you in the tuba section. That's where we need help. We're going to miss tubas are always a valuable asset. We're going to miss him next year as well. Well, Hunter is one of the most talented clarinet players I've ever had to play with her stars. And she was recruited this year. After 3 years in band, she was recruited by the University of Mississippi harder than any student I've ever had. I had other students that were recruited by Ole Miss, but the Ole Miss band director actually called her house at least twice that I know of, trying to convince her that Ole Miss was the place for her. The reason for this is she went down there to the Mid-South Honor Band and beat everybody from all of the 5 states that were there on bass clarinet. And Ole Miss was anxious to have her. Henderson also offered her a bass scholarship. She's going to be going there next year, and I don't know how we're going to replace her on bass clarinet. Gina Teal started from the very beginning. She was one of the faithful from the first day. She said, I want to be in the band. I'll be in this clarinet if you'll show me what one is. You'll show me what it was. And she played. She's come a long way. This year, she not only made all region, but also qualified to try for all state. Presented all region first band. And as a college level player, she chose to do that. We're going to miss Gina next year as well. Taylor Carpenter has been a 2-year all-region outdoor clarinet player. He's always dependable. I can count on Taylor to be there. She'll call me when she's on her deathbed and say, I don't think I can make it today. I'm in trouble will I be in. I can always know if Taylor's not going to be there. She'll let me know. And it's going to be difficult to all those clarinets. That's 3 that I've already named. It's going to be difficult to replace all of those, but especially the low clarinets, alto and bass clarinets, my clarinet. We've got a row here of clarinets. Connie Steinhoff is another clarinet player, and she started with us from the very beginning. And she said, I played in orchestra before, but I never played in band, but I'm anxious to learn. And we started, we worked hard, and after the first concert, her mother came and she said, okay, now I don't mind paying for that clarinet. Or Connie, now I guess you didn't enjoy hearing Connie play at home, but she heard the rest of the band, she said, I'll be all right. Connie achieved 2 years of All-State honors, and that's a high honor. And Glenwood Band, I was band director there 2 years, and they have had one student in the history of their school ever play All-State. Connie played it twice on E-flat clarinet. What do we know about this song? We'll see her play it later on the season. Moved here from Tennessee and back away to Alabama, from Tennessee to New York, and wherever else she's been. We can't keep up with Erin. She's a traveler. She's been here several times. We get to have her for graduation. She's an outstanding music student. She is the first person in the history of our school to qualify to not only make the All-Regions first band, which she did, but also make All-State choir. She sung in the All-State Choir concert this year at Pine Bluff, as well as playing the first All-Region band and the fourth place on the ring. So we definitely will replace there. Debbie Brown was one of the 4 students that already knew how to play her instrument when we started the band in Jessica. So she had to sit there for a year listening to the others play the songs that you heard at the beginning band play tonight. Because that was the level they were on, whereas Debbie was already a fine accomplished high school player. She was our first year flute all of that first year. Last year, she began to get a little competition with some of the other flutes. And Michelle Claxton beat her out, took her first chair away. Debbie was second chair. I said, that's it for Debbie. She won't take me in second chair. But she fooled me. She not only stayed in there, but she got busy and came back and won her first chair back this year and made the All-Region band, which she failed at 2 years before. This year was her year. But I'm going to do it this year. And then even though I didn't believe her, she proved me wrong and she did it. Debbie's going to move to Ohio. I don't know what her plans are, but where she's going to be this year. She got almost 5 months here in Woodward as a traveler. She moved here for a while and she thought she could get kind of late for a while and she went back to McClellan for a while. She's been around everywhere, I guess. Angie's a 2-year All-Stater and she was heavily recruited by University of Arkansas, Arkansas Tech man recommended here to see her once. And she's going to do a solo for you tonight. And Angie is probably the hardest one of this bunch to replace. Although we have some capable trumpets that are going to fill into the job, actually, she's going to be difficult to replace next year. You saw her this year do the solos in the marching season. You're going to hear her do one tonight. We're going to miss her. And lastly, like I said, they're lined up around the board. I don't know how they're going to be here. Naniva's here. Naniva started from the very beginning with us, and they brought a trumpet. She worked at it, and she was determined to write high school band. She gave up cheerleading for a year to work on her trumpet and get as good as she could. Then we switched to the French horn, and she gave it her best shot last year, and she wasn't good enough to make the All-Region band. She went to band camp, she worked to get getting better, and this year was her year. She put it all together and not only made the All-Region band, but received a scholarship to Washington. And she'll be playing in her band over there next year along with another one of my singers. All of you singers, now before we close, I want to say this is the hardest concert we've ever tried to do at Jessica. All you people who are here, you're going to hear some music that you might not recognize. You're going to hear some that you will recognize. But this is the hardest program we've ever tried to do. I want to try to do it for the best class of graduating seniors that we've ever had. I'm going to miss all of you. Let's do it a good time.